Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. So as we clarified with the last episode, or actually it was 2 episodes ago, you're in now.
Yeah.
You're in on this. So, and I'm sure a lot of you out there are still mad because, oh, why can't you show footage on YouTube? Because Japanese companies are really, 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 really stringent on what is shown and what is not shown. And here over the last couple weeks, we have had to deal with several copyright strikes that have really thrown us for a loop. I mean, holy shit. I mean, first we get a copyright strike for Promised Neverland, which, you know, no matter how hard we try, it seems as though Sony Music of Japan always finds a way to, you know, insert fists with immense force. And then we found out...
I at least finally found the list of what should be everything that they own rights to.
Yes, in which we're going to make
not
sure...
Not counting video game music, at least, because that's what fucked us over that one time when I had first joined.
Yeah, with the Sword Art Online Abridged.
Bloodborne music and Sword Art Online Abridged. So.
Yeah, and that's what amazes me, is that this stuff was in Bloodborne, but yet everybody's playthroughs of Bloodborne are still up, but because it's used in an anime, all of a sudden
they get pissed.
Yeah. And not only that, okay, here's another thing too. I'm going to go on this. The company that got us for Fire Force blocked they originally blocked the first Fire Force video that we did, and I cut out the footage. And then they did it again before I had a chance to release the second episode. And so I just opted to just delete the footage before I posted it. But for everyone out there who actually goes into the comment section and also sees in the description, we put links to the full versions that actually do have footage in it. It's just on our Vimeo account. And here's the thing. I actually heard someone say this, and as soon as I confronted them on it, they deleted their comment. It's like, oh, but I'm sorry, I can't afford Vimeo. And I'm like, dude, it's free. It's free. It's a click of a button.
It's just an alternate YouTube.
Yes. That actually acts how YouTube is supposed to. They're supposed to act as a utility and not a publisher. Mm-hmm. But instead, YouTube, because they got to be a publisher and swing their dick around, it's, we pretty much can allow companies to strike people down without any actual interaction with the said channel beforehand. That's how a publisher works. Instead, a utility is the company actually has to get in contact with us. We go back and forth with them, and they can't really do anything about it because it's within fair use. Ain't that a miracle? But again, this is all stuff that you could see if you went to our Vimeo. I mean, all of the, and not just Fire Force or Promised Neverland, but also all of the episodes of My Hero Academia that we've had to cut the footage out of.
It actually takes less work for you to go watch this on Vimeo than it would take for you to write a comment about being annoyed that you have to go watch it on Vimeo.
This is true.
Because all you have to do is click where you were going to write a comment anyways, and then click the link that shows up instead of typing on your keyboard whatever asinine shit you were planning on saying about having to go over to Vimeo.
And it's not like you got to go skimming through the comments in order to find our... I pin it to the top of literally every single one of the videos. Yep. It's literally the first comment you see. It's like version with footage here, Vimeo link, boom, there you go. And for everyone who dislikes the video or complains on that account, guess what? We're not the ones at fault here. You are. I'm sorry, but if you're not smart enough to figure that out, then sucks to be you. Anyway, Fire Force episode 5, got it queued up here, and let's see what happens. Smile. Hmm.
すみません。泣いていた。本当にすみませんでした。
いえ、私の方こそ不注意でした。 お気をつけてくださいね。
何かお困りではありませんか？人助けをするのが消防官の役目なので。
ありがとうございます。
昨日第五の連中とてんやわんやあって分かったと思うが、あいつらは怪しい。戦闘も視野に奴らを調査するぞ。
もう筋トレではなく筋トレに近い何かです。
Oh God.
第8の裏の目的である怪しい特殊消防隊の調査や彼らに対抗する手段も頭に置いておかなければならない。
おのれグリフォンめ、また我が城に攻めてきよって。
そんなこと言って本当にあの可愛いグリフォンを退治しないでくださいよ。
そういうマキさんも結構デンジャラスだからな。
残念って。
おいお前ら、今は大事なミーティング中だ。無駄話をするな。
人に向けないでください。
俺が冗談を言うように見えるのか。
Oh!
ラートム。
俺の足が、俺の足。
It was a rubber bullet, wasn't it?
いや、本物だ。
ひなわ中隊長も私と同じ第2世代ですよ。自ら発火はできませんが炎の操作は可能です。火薬の爆発を弱めて
特訓開始だ。ぶっしごき倒してやる。
あのプリンセス大隊長は何者なんですか？
第3世代消防官プリンセス火花。突如灰島から現れ出世し、今の地位に上り詰めた。少なくともポットデが大隊長になれるほどのデータをな。それを得るために強行手段を取るつもりだ。
ジャリジャリジャリ。黙れ。私はお前の体に効いている。
She cray cray.
She's a bit nuts.
二人ともシスターがどこに行ったか知らない？
Uh-oh.
アイリスが参りましたと大隊長様にお伝えください。
何か用か？持たざる者が。
私には分かりませんが、姉さんがやっていることは危険なんでしょう？姉さん。
私の前で修道服など着るな！
Oh.
That was rude.
消防隊のシスターなんてただのお飾りなんだよ。お前らが崇めるのは意もしない空っぽの傀儡。この国に世界にいるのは神ではなく私のような悪魔だけだ。お前を餌に第8をおびき出し潰す。
Well, about that.
第8戦隊シスター見つけて第5ぶっ潰すもんだ。
What the fuck? Come on, dude. Find the sister and crush the fifth man. That's your service. Good cut, Arthur.
ここで怪しい研究を繰り返している。そうやすやすと報告できまい。シンナはシスターを探せ。ここは俺とマキで何とかする。来るぞ。行かせねえ。早い。
峰打ちじゃ。
Despair, yeah.
俺のしごきから逃げられると思うなよ。逃げろ。
Ow.
お主も悪魔の足跡を追っているのか。
なんだジジイ、コーンヘッドか。ここは危険だ。畑に帰れ。
Conehead.
殺すよ。
お前は
研究してい
Oh.
た薬の投与でこの焔人の火力が向上。
ザコハチが調子に乗りやがって。
なんだ。
中隊長下がって。
無酸素状態の風船ガムの中に可燃性ガスをため相手に飛ばし風船を破り新鮮な酸素を得た可燃性ガスが大爆発。
Dude's powers literally like, what's the lamest way you can think of to blow something up?
十分
Bubbles! 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 My bubbles. Wait a minute. What?
That's not how that works.
Wait, what? Okay.
何
Ouch.
待ちな。フィフスエンジェルス3解散。
から外まで炎が力が湧き立ちま
我は灼熱の地に降り立ち金色の衣をまといて。
お前バカだろ。
騎士だ。王尾の姿は今のところ見当たりません。
飛んで火にいる夏の虫全員跡形もなく燃やせ。
お前マジに特殊消防官かよ。ビビってんのか。手応えがねえし。
ああなぜだ。いつもの調子が出ない。
お主の調子の問題ではない。わしのホムラ人の火力が強すぎるのじゃ。
俺は騎士でも騎士王だぞ。
うるせえ。
左。なぜ右利きの俺が左手で持っているんだ。
Really, Arthur? Like, I'm holding it in my left, but I'm right-handed. Why is that?
死で一戦。
バカ強い。
It's also ridiculously stupid, apparently.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
It's just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Oh yeah, I am right-handed. Who the fuck forgets what hand they're holding something in?
3人じゃないのか。さすがにもういないよな。
Finally, a villain does the smart thing. It's like, they just beat up all my friends. Fuck that noise.
Exactly.
ここだ。
Okay, so we come to the conclusion. Arthur's still an idiot. Maki and the lieutenant are still scary. And apparently the lieutenant can go wanted on these motherfuckers whenever the hell he wants to.
Basically, yeah.
And another
I
question.
always thought it looked like a stupid movie, and then my friend was like, "No, you should watch this." Like a couple of years ago, and I was like, "That's way cooler than I thought it was."
Yeah, it is. I mean, say what you will about Timur Bekmambetov. I mean, the director of the film. All of his films have that kind of feel to them, but when he's on it, dude, he's on. Like whenever he does something cool, it's cool. I mean, it's almost like that.
It's probably got like my favorite movie ending like of all time too.
Oh
like,
yeah,
even higher than like my favorite movie of all time. So
yeah,
my favorite movie of all time with like previously one of my favorite endings, just because I was like the ending just like actually just sums everything up and gives you what you want. It doesn't really lay it out for there to be like a sequel necessarily. Like it's a good ending point, which is Equilibrium.
Yeah.
But like I love the fucking ending to Wanted just because of the what the fuck have you done lately?
Yeah. Well,
just like all right, let's kick ass.
Okay, well there is a sequel to Wanted, although it's the video game is a sequel. And I will say this, I like the video game all right, but that movie is just so damn good. And I'm glad they didn't do like a sequel to the movie, because they were talking about, oh, we're going to bring Angelina Jolie back, we're going to do all this and do all... I'm like, she got shot in the head.
Yeah.
And died. And if you're gonna pull like the twin thing, it's like, oh, this is Fox's twin, Badger, and I'm like, what? No, it doesn't work.
You can't do that just because the movie ended up being more popular than you expected.
Well, yeah, but and that's one thing about movie companies that make me mad is that they regurgitate sequels when they don't need to be, or
There's
they rush
you just
it.
Can't do a sequel for, and a lot of the times, really good action movies are those things.
Yeah,
like, it's rare that I see like an action movie sequel that's like better than the original nowadays. Anyways, like Terminator 2, like was an older one that obviously.
Well, that left the room open for a sequel, and plus, the guy who originally created it was the one who spearheaded the sequel. I mean, that's something I think it has to be as well.
It's like John Wick's like one of the exceptions too. It's
well,
just like, cause
dude, every John Wick film just, in my opinion, keeps getting better and better. For me, the third one's my favorite. I love all three of them.
Still need to finish watching the second one and then watch the third one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Just sometimes you just need to move on and make something else after you've had something that was successful, not just make a sequel just because it was successful.
Well, I agree.
If you didn't leave it open to have another one, then you should leave it alone, in my opinion.
Well, I agree 100%. I mean, this whole ordeal with sequels being pushed out for no reason. I mean,
because they did that with Kingsman, and from what I heard, the sequel was not nearly as good.
No, the sequel was not anywhere near as good.
Yeah.
And it's because, again, they rushed it. They rushed it, and they did something very stupid, which, don't get me wrong, I loved the character in the first film, but but when you literally have to jump the moon within the first 15 to 20 minutes of a film to explain why this person's back, it's just like, nope, I'm tuned out.
Wait, so did they bring back the character that was badass in the first one?
That
didn't make it through the first one?
Yes.
God damn it.
I know!
It's like, that's one of the things originally, too, is I fucking love that character. That's part of why the original movie is amazing. But obviously he killed him off, so that was one of the things, like, well, obviously the second one's not going to be as good because he's not in it. But then they find a reason to bring him back. Like, that makes it even worse.
The thing is, the second one had the potential to be really good. It's just they retreaded on familiar territory instead of going into the new stuff, because here's what happened with Kingsman is that, it was this awesome secret service, private secret service function that was operating out of the UK and called the Kingsman, and they were masking themselves as like tailors and threadsmen and all that, and it was really cool. And you were introduced to this character Harry, who then brings in Eggsy, who is seen to be a replacement or part of the new generation, but instead, when Harry dies, effectively, Eggsy becomes the new Galahad, the new Kingsman. And then after that, what they should have done is effectively let the man die and be legendary as he deserved to be, because Harry was probably the best character in the film.
Yeah, you either make a fucking prequel revolving around his
Harry.
Previous badassness.
Yeah.
Or you make a sequel and make it like a James Bond type thing, and just keep going with.
Well, and that's
left off from.
Well, that's what they were. That's what I originally thought they were going to do with Eggsy. They were going to continue on with him and be have him be the central character. And they had this really awesome thing where they came to the United States and they encountered the pretty much brother group to the Kingsmen called the Statesmen, and they had these awesome actors to be the Statesmen. They had Channing Tatum, they had Jeff Bridges, they had Pedro Pascal, aka Oberyn Martell from Game of Thrones. They had all these awesome actors,
aka the Mandalorian.
Yes, aka the Mandalorian, yeah, and it could have been awesome. But then they had to retread water by bringing Harry back to life by some miracle. And I'm like, dude, come on. Move on. Eggsy is a strong enough character now that we've solidified him in the first film. We don't need to bring Harry back. But, oh well.
People are probably wondering why we're talking about nothing but action movies after reacting.
Well, we are watching an action anime,
yeah.
which
it's just not like we're gonna do that every episode.
No, it all started whenever we brought up
this
Wanted.
episode. Kind of didn't conclude what it started, so
no,
it's kind of pertinent to talk about whatever afterwards, and we'll talk about what this started after it finishes.
Yeah, whenever this arc completes, we will discuss the arc as a whole. But you know, Hibana seems to be kind of a psychotic bitch.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And then of course, you know, all of the ones at her station seem to be subservient to her and aren't as strong as they think they are.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't remember him fan servicing so much until later. And I was like, no, wait, yeah, there was that. Yeah, I guess he has been kind of fan servicing like before.
Who's that?
The guy who made Soul Eater that made this.
Dude,
yeah.
Blair.
I don't remember there not being that much fan service in Soul Eater. No, wait, there was that and that. And
Blair is walking
the fact
fan
that
service.
All the girls that are weapons are literally like naked when they're their weapons. So.
Blair is literally a friggin' walking fan service.
I don't talk about Blair because Blair's a fucking cat. It's weird.
I know it's weird. But
it's
yet,
like, it's weird. Like at first it's like, damn, she's sexy, and then it's like she's literally just a really magical cat, and it's like, all right, that's kind of fucking weird. Never mind.
Again, dude, it's not. It's she's an anime character, so I have no real interest in getting all up in that. But her whole existence is I'm gonna change into a sexy woman, and I'm going to try and perv out this scythe dude.
Yeah, I was just starting to remember. I was like, yeah, there's like a lot of like, you know, implied nude Tsubaki and the twins.
True. Yeah.
Talking about how the twins' boobs are not the same sizes and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It irks his OCD.
And then, of course, well, in this, I'll say this. The only fan service-y character that I'm seeing is Tamaki, in which...
No, it's kind of fan serviced all of them, like so far, all three.
But not overwhelming like it is with Tamaki.
Because they had the whole joke where when he first met the cat girl, like he went under her bra and on her butt.
That's what I said, Tamaki.
Yeah, okay, I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, yeah, she's really the only one.
Maki had the whole shower scene in the first episode.
But that was like one scene of
so far. But then
of that.
This episode, the sister both was in like a white wet towel at the beginning, and then had all her clothes burned
by
off, so.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say for right now, this episode, the sister is the more fan service target, whereas I'll say this. I mean, the thing with fan service is that it's something to pique the interest of like young boys. That's one of its main and only existences, and
not necessarily just young boys always either. Because I mean,
I'm
not gonna name any names, but like I have a friend who literally still is just like, why don't they show their tits? They should just show their tits. And it's like, and he gets mad whenever he's like, so I have to look at a man ass, but they're not gonna show me the tits. Like that's not fair. It's not equal.
Well, okay, fair enough. I mean. It's just, you can get away with ass because ass can be portrayed as comedy, which a naked ass can be portrayed as comedy, whereas a naked breast can never be portrayed as comedy. It's purely a sexual thing.
Anime portrays them as comedy a lot of the time.
But they're not. But it's often like them showing something or them bumping into them, but they're never like fully out. It's very difficult to do it and not have it be like almost a completely sexual thing. But whenever it comes to ass, like. Because that's where farts come from. That's funny.
Guess so.
I don't know. I don't like trying to understand like sexual identity here in the 21st century is like trying to navigate the Bermuda Triangle with no eyes and no ears. It's an impossibility at this point because hey, this spectrum here, this spectrum there, and I'm just like, I'm a dummy. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, we're going to move on from here, ladies and gentlemen. This was Fire Force, Season 1, Episode 5. Hope you all enjoyed it, and if you want to see more, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell to stay notified, and check the Vimeo links. For God's sakes, if you're watching this on YouTube, the Vimeo links are right there. And you can go there and you can see the version that has the footage. We're sorry, but that's just how it has to be for now. So until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.